A little bit more normal than in the Midwest. We're used to that kind of stuff, but not really much snow in the forecast right now, Greg.
No, that snow, they say a generation. Yeah, it's about every 20 years they seem to get some type of an event like this. 89 was another year, summer of a year. So 8 to 10 inches they had around Lafayette to Beaumont, Texas, and now that is shifting into Florida. So yeah, records have been broken. Pretty much some of these records go back to the late 1800s for the amount of snow they're going to be seeing. We're dealing with a little bit of snow, but nothing like that. If you look at radar, a lot of this still is not reaching ground. You see that's visibility right now. You'd like to see that like down to 4, 5, even 6 to see if actually some of this is reaching the ground. A lot of this is, but still, I think over time it will as it comes through. This is associated with a warm front that'll be coming through tonight. A lot of this will be centered more north. At least I think you'll see more of it actually reach the ground more north as you go throughout the nighttime. Temperatures will continue to rise. That south wind will continue to increase. And then towards the morning, you'll start seeing maybe a band or a little bit more scattered nature south of La Crosse towards that hour. Now as we go into the late morning hour, that is kind of where it's going to be centered more, but you still see widely scattered. So once again, most areas probably will not see this. The better news is look at these temperatures. They're above zero for your morning commute. We're actually 15 to 17 above, not below zero. And that'll be the story going into the afternoon. I think noon overall looks good. Here comes the cold front. The winds will start turning back from the northwest. That may produce a little bit of a line of showers. Snow showers coming into the afternoon hour, looking at maybe about 3 to 4. That line could come through Eau Claire, and it'll take maybe a couple more hours to then sag south across towards La Crosse. Very thin line. Could impact the evening commute, but it would be very brief if it does. Amounts will be very light as it comes through. That should exit the area probably by 8 p.m. or so. Winds will pick up behind this, so we'll have maybe some breezy conditions Wednesday with that north wind and some clearing skies. It'll be colder tomorrow night, but nothing like we've seen recently. Here's a snow amount through 8 a.m. and as I mentioned, more centered up to the north where a lot of this might reach the ground. 1 outside shot of 2, much less as you go further south. Very spotty as where this may actually reach the ground. And then for the rest of the afternoon and evening, you can kind of see this line come through. You see that little change, and that's the kind of the line of snow showers coming through. Not much else, maybe another ½ inch at the most. So overall, a very light event, very typical January type event. Wind chills tonight still will be pretty chilly, but by the time you wake up, we're now basically wind chills around 0 to -5, and the rest of the day, we don't have to worry about that anymore. Wind speeds, a little breezy overnight, but by the time we wake up, it'll be not too much. And then here comes the winds turning around for Wednesday evening out of the northwest as that cold front works through. So we could see some breezy conditions for Wednesday evening too, but it won't last too long. High temperatures tomorrow looking really nice, mid-20s to even get into the low 30s once again. And then Thursday, colder. We'll be colder behind this cold front, but once again, nothing like we saw recently, but you will feel that. And then Friday, I think that will be our final sub-zero low night. We'll have to see for a while. Once again, cold, but we won't be dealing with any wind chill. And then the rest of the forecast, you can't beat the temperatures as we go throughout next week. It's going to be a quiet, mild pattern really going into next week, and with no snow on the ground, we should have no problem probably getting close to 40. Once again, this dry pattern looks to continue beyond even Wednesday, too. So the whole week actually looks fairly quiet and dry. So a little snow tonight, tomorrow, nothing big. Cold Thursday, but nothing like we haven't seen in the last few days. And then it's pretty much smooth sailing the rest of the time.
There we go. Thanks, Greg.